All right. Alabama instant overreaction post LSU. I don't know if we're going to be overreacting to things because a lot of what just happened, not expected, not great, um, not very Bama like in almost every single facet of the game. Uh, Last time I came on here, the whole reason for it was to call out all the fans that were irrationally, in my opinion, irrationally calling for Pete Golding's job. First off, let me say that I still stand by that because Pete Golding has been incredible since the Texas A&M game, and is a big reason. That defense is a big reason that they were able to survive a really bad LSU team tonight. There's no excuse for what just happened, like just at all. It's easy to call out play calling or, but I'm going to. So Bill O'Brien did not do well tonight. You look at the stats, you look at the numbers. Where's like the light at the end of the tunnel? Where's like the silver lining here, right? Brian Robinson, guy's been averaging 6.5 yards per carry, 13 carries, 18 yards. What? Just bad all night. Had to survive way too many third and fourth downs where you should have gotten off the field and didn't. There's no reason at the end of that ball game that you still have a chance to lose to LSU. Like no matter how many chances they gave them. And that is why, and I've been saying this all season, when Bama plays Georgia, they will lose by a minimum of 14 points. Georgia is clearly the best team in the country. But you think about that front seven, that defense, Bama has struggled with A&M's defense. They struggled with LSU's defense just because they blitzed almost every down. They looked, that offensive line, I understand Dallencourt was injured, that, they had to move some people around, but they don't do anything to help that situation. Why are we taking snaps under center with a new center late in the game on third and fourth down? I don't understand that at all. I will say the further you get away from left tackle, the more of a concern and liability every offensive lineman on that line is. And it's been like that all season. So I think there's time for improvement for sure. I will say this. There are some bright spots from tonight. Bryce Young continued to look good against the blitz. Absolutely inexcusable turnover at the end of the game. Will Anderson, I'll say it now. It's time. If we're talking about Jordan Davis, if we're talking about other players in a year where there's not a clear-cut Heisman frontrunner, it's time to start talking about Will Anderson when we talk about like Heisman Trophy candidates, because he has been one of the most dominant and disruptive forces in all of college football off the edge all season long. That being said, let's go over the numbers real quick and wrap this up, because like we said earlier, not a great night for Bama. Held to under 100 yards in the second half. Only 4 of 13 on third down. They came in with the number 1 ranked third down offense in the country. 9 penalties, 64 yards, 6 total yards rushing. I told you about Brian Robinson. He had 13 carries for 18 yards. That's obviously not going to get it done. Bryce Young, 24 of 37 for 302 yards. No interceptions, but he did have a costly turnover at the end of the game. Guys, here's the bottom line. And there's still a month you have to get ready and get better before you play a Georgia team that is absolutely dominant and has been all season long. But here's the thing. Alabama has not done the little things, the things that championship teams do to win football games all season long. And on top of that, they also haven't done the things to not lose in like the championship teams do as well. I mean, missed extra point. The first field goal, obviously, I don't think that was on record. I think you had 2 bad holds or maybe it was a bad snap tonight. Regardless, we had a bye week. We should be fine-tuning all these things. It's week 10 of the season. Things like that, things like John Mechie. I've said this, all preseason. There's not a single receiver on that team that's going to go win you a ball game, right? There's not a Devonta Smith. There's not Jalen Waddle, anything like that. First quarter, the 3rd and 8. You can fall forward and get the first down. John Mechie decides to cut it back and try to get more yardage. This team does not do the little things to go win you a ball game. And I hate to say it, they're still a really good team. I think they're the second best team in the country. But especially after tonight. It's not looking great before you go to Atlanta and play Georgia.